everyone, I'm Umehani and welcome back to the third part of the Art of Presentation series. So if you remember the first part, I had shown you how to design presentations using Canva. After watching that video, a lot of people approached me and they said that, honey, you know what, the templates offered by Canva are just amazing, but we are more comfortable in using PowerPoint for our presentations. So is there any way that we can use PowerPoint and make our presentations look attractive? So then I thought, why not come up with this video where I'm going to help you out, make your PowerPoint presentations using PowerPoint and no external tools. Today I'm going to share 10 tips with all of you, which is going to help you make your PowerPoint presentations look attractive. And to begin with, the first thing that I would like to share is use a font size which is visible to all the people in the audience. I'm just not talking about the people sitting in the front, but I'm also talking about the people sitting at the back. So if I have to say, then I would suggest you to use a font size which is somewhere between 20 to 25 points. The second thing to keep in mind is when you are designing a professional presentation, use fonts that come under the sans serif category or the serif category. So sans serif fonts have less stroke width variation, which means they are highly professional, they are known for their simplicity and their modernity and their minimalism. Whereas the serif fonts are the fonts that have a little more stroke width variation, which means they are a little less professional and they're also very attractive. But the problem with using sans serif fonts is that a lot of people face difficulties in reading it. So I would suggest you to have these fonts only in the titles and the subtitles, whereas the serif fonts can be used for your main content. So I have mentioned all the popular sans serif and the serif category of fonts down in the description box. So you can refer to the description box to know what are these fonts all about. Third thing to keep in mind is to replace all your text or maximum of your text with images, diagrams, clip arts and graphs, etc. This is going to attract your audience more towards your presentation. So if you want to know where do I get all my royalty-free images from, then you can refer the description box below. I've mentioned all the details of websites which I use. So I'm telling this again that I'm not here to promote any websites or any apps. I'm just going to talk about the websites that I've been using. They've made my life easy and I'm sure they're going to make your life easy as well. So the fourth thing to keep in mind is put minimum information on the presentation. Honestly, a presentation is like a guide for the trainer only when required. It is not meant for the audience to read. You're just going to use your presentation for yourself and you have to explain everything in details to your audience. So the fifth point is to replace your paragraphs with pointers. Paragraphs are really boring to read, whereas pointers are much easier to read. So I'll just show you one of the hacks that I do to replace our traditional pointers with fancy pointers. So this is my computer screen and I have already put the title and the content in the PowerPoint presentation. So it's a very simple topic that is tips to keep in mind while making presentations, and the 3 points that I put as of now is use font size between 20 to 25 points, use fonts that fall under the sans serif or the serif category, and convert paragraph with points. So like I said, we need to come out of using traditional paragraphs and convert them to points. But now even the points are getting outdated and people want to look at points which look very attractive. So here is a hack which will help you make your points look attractive. So just select on the text box, go to home, and there is an option of convert to smart art. So if you open this, there are various smart art that is available. So let us just select something which is as simple as this. So I can select on this, and once I do, then I have an option of making this look 3D. So let's just go with this. And I can also change colors if I want. So something like this. for this. Okay, so let's just go with something really simple as of now. I'll select this. You can just explore this option. It's a wonderful option that's been provided by PowerPoint. If you look at this, there is an option of adding pictures. So all you have to do is click on this, and I'm going to select pictures from my computer screen. So let's just take this as of now. It looks really cute. Now I can just copy this and paste it everywhere. I can just paste it here. Okay, all I have to do is just paste it. So once this is done, all I can do is select this again and go to formats, ungroup it. Okay, so after, okay, it's not happened. I'm just going to do that again. Go to formats and ungroup it. Yeah, so now it is ungrouped. So if you see this, and everything is just separate now. So I can select this, okay, and I can just add a bit of animation to it, like this is going to fly in like this, and I'm going to select all the three, and this will fly in later. Okay, so this is a small transition which you can do. Okay, so let me just show you how does my points look now. Okay, so when I'm going to present this, you see the points look so attractive. So the sixth point is to ensure that you're using minimum transition and animation in your presentations. I know that transitions and animations make your presentations look very, very attractive, but guys, please understand that too much is too bad. So if you have a lot of content in a particular topic, then do not put all the points in the same slide and do not overcrowd the slide. Instead, break it up into two parts and divide it into two slides. Please understand that it is okay to have more slides in one presentation as compared to more content in one slide. The eighth point is to ensure that you're going to have consistency throughout the presentation. What I mean to say in terms of consistency is have a similar type of font throughout the presentation, similar color, and the similar size of font throughout the presentation. So this helps your audience to stay focused, and it also helps make your presentation look more attractive and simple and professional. So the ninth thing to keep in mind is use templates that are very fancy and yet very attractive. So do not go with templates that are really traditional and boring. A lot of us use templates which are provided by PowerPoint itself. I would suggest you to use templates which go very well with the theme, and your audience will also be able to relate with it emotionally, in fact. So let me give you an example of the same. So if you look at this slide, the entire slide has an image, a beautiful image, wherein I have written a quote called "Dream big, the sky is the limit." So I have actually come out of the traditional templates and I have designed a template all by myself. Now anyone who looks at it will just go into the feel of the entire scenario, and they will be able to emotionally relate with this slide as compared to something like this. So if you look at this slide, this mostly will be in a traditional slide or a template. So there will be an image on one side and then the content on the other side. This is what we generally do with templates. The 10th tip and the most important tip as for me is to select the right colors for your presentation and ensure that the color combination is right, because this is a place where maximum of us go wrong. So that is the reason why I would like to highlight a little more about this topic and go a little more deeper into it, highlighting the technical aspects of it. If you would have noticed that a lot of times, when we project the presentation on the screen, either our colors of the theme are not seen or the words are not seen very clearly. This is due to the poor selection of colors. And also a lot of times, when we design our presentations, we use so many colors in one particular slide that the attention of the audience gets diverted towards the colors and not towards the content. So what I'm going to talk about colors today is going to sort out all of these issues related to color combinations in presentations.
So first of all, you need to understand the color wheel. So to understand the best color combinations in the world, not only when it comes to presentations, but for anything, it can be even clothes, the combination of clothes that you can wear. So you need to understand the color wheel. So to begin with, we have something called as the primary colors. Now primary colors are three colors, which is red, blue and yellow. These three colors are called as the primary colors because it is through these three colors that we get the rest of the other colors. So these three colors are like the base of every other color. So using the help of these three colors, we come up to a conclusion of something else called as the secondary colors. Now secondary colors are basically combining two primary colors in equal proportion results in a secondary color. For example, you combine equal parts of yellow and red and you get orange. You combine equal parts of red and blue, you get violet. Equal parts of blue and yellow results in green. So the next thing that you need to understand in the color wheel is something called as the tertiary colors. Tertiary colors is combining equal portions of primary and secondary colors. So for example, when you combine equal portions of yellow and orange, you get yellow-orange. Combining equal portions of yellow and green results in yellow-green. So the next thing that I want you to understand is something called as the neutral colors. The two major neutral colors that we use in the color wheel are the black and the white. What happens when you mix black and white to various colors is that you get a variety of hues or a variety of tints and shades of a particular color. So this is the color wheel, and I'm sure you have understood all the various color combinations that exist, like the primary, secondary, tertiary and the neutral colors. Now the biggest question still remains the same, and that is, how do I use colors in my presentations, or how do I combine colors in my presentation? And the first strategy that I'm going to introduce you to is called as the monochromatic colors. Monochromatic colors is a very simple and basic strategy which any beginner can use, and that is just pick up a single color from the color wheel and add black to it, so you get a darker color of the same color that you've picked up, and add white to it and you get a lighter color of the color that you've picked up from the color wheel. So what happens when you use this is, for example, look at this image. So if you see, I have just added either black or white to the color blue, and I have used this entire image in the form of a blue hue. So when I've added the two, black and white, I get like a variety of hue of blue. So if you see, I or you in fact cannot go wrong with a usage of a single color. So let's say if I am presenting this presentation to an audience, then it's time for me to take a break, and I want to tell them that it's tea time. Rather than going with the traditional method of writing tea time on the slide, I can just put up a monochromatic image like this and write tea time, which makes my presentation look very attractive. So the next strategy that I'm going to talk about is something called as the complementary colors. So complementary colors are basically two colors which are opposite to each other on the color wheel. For example, we have blue and orange, which is a complementary color as they are opposite to each other. Violet and yellow is another complementary color. Red and green is another complementary color, and so forth. Now let's have a look at this example. So there is this red-violet background that I have used. So it is an image of beetroot which I have made into red-violet. The complementary color of this is yellow-green. So if you see, the font that I have used is basically yellow-green font. So if you see, both the colors, which is red-violet and yellow-green, are beautifully complementing each other. So the next strategy that I'm going to talk about is called as Triad Colors and the Tetradic Color scheme. What is Triad Colors? A combination of 3 colors in the color wheel which is separated by 3 colors in between is called as a Triad Color scheme. So for example, if you look at yellow and red, they are separated by 3 other colors in the color wheel, and so is red and blue, and so is yellow and blue. So these 3 colors, which is red, yellow and blue, they fall into something called as the Triad Color scheme. What is Tetradic Colors? Tetradic Colors is basically a combination of 4 colors in the color wheel. So if you place a rectangle in the color wheel, you get the combination of 4 colors at the edges. So let's have a look at this example, which is red orange, red violet, blue green and yellow green is a combination of 4 tetradic colors. Now this strategy is something that I would generally recommend to experts. So to begin with, I would suggest you try the first 2 steps that I spoke about, the first 2 strategies. Once you're familiar with it and you think that you have mastered it, then you can experiment with Triad and Tetradic, because this is a little bit tricky if you do not get the colors right on the color wheel. Let's have a look at this example. This is a beautiful combination of a Triad color scheme in your presentation. So if I am an art teacher, I would just put up an image which looks something like this. So my recommendation is to keep your slides or your presentation simple but yet attractive by using either 1, 2, 3 or maximum 4 colors to ensure the slide is not overcrowded with colors. Also, you can use contrasting colors if you want to highlight something important in the presentation. So let me just give you an example. Look at this beautiful image. So if I want to tell my audience in a motivating session that stand out of the crowd, I can probably use this image where there is a pink umbrella which has been highlighted in the rest of the other umbrellas which is of the same colors. So I'm giving a beautiful message to my audience in terms of colors.
So I hope you found the video helpful. If you found the video informative, then do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel right now. And do not forget to press the bell icon while subscribing. If there is any topic that you would like me to address, then do let me know about it in the comment section below. Do share the video with people around you. A simple act of kindness is going to help people develop. And also, until I come up with my next video, I really want you to experiment with whatever I have shown you regarding PowerPoint presentations. And I would love to know your experience. So do not forget to share your experience in the comment section below. So until then, I want you to take care, stay safe, and happy learning.